What's up everyone? Welcome back to the channel. If you haven't already, hit that subscribe button, smash the like, and share this video with everyone you know, because what we're about to dive into is nothing short of a political earthquake shaking the foundations of South Africa. Jacob Zuma has thrown down the gauntlet. In an explosive ultimatum that has the whole country on edge, the former president has publicly demanded that Cyril Ramaphosa resign by this Friday, or else face the political storm Zuma's preparing to unleash. This isn't just politics. This is war. The tension in South Africa has been simmering for months. With the ANC teetering under the weight of internal chaos, the economy still choking under load shedding and unemployment, and the 2026 elections looming closer with every heartbeat, the last thing Ramaphosa needed was a rebellion from within. But Zuma is not just any critic, he's a former head of state, the godfather of the RET faction, and a man who commands fierce loyalty from a significant base, especially in KwaZulu-Natal. When he speaks, entire communities rise. And now, he's issued his most dramatic warning yet: Ramaphosa must step down, voluntarily, or risk the full wrath of the forces Zuma claims are already mobilizing. What makes this latest attack even more dangerous is the timing and tone. Zuma didn't issue this demand quietly or through vague political innuendo. He went straight for the jugular in a public address, flanked by Umkhonto we MK, party leaders and loyalists, with flags waving and crowds cheering. His words were clear: Ramaphosa has betrayed the revolution. He has failed the people. He must resign by Friday, or we will act. Just like that, boom. No room for negotiation. No room for middle ground. And South Africa is now holding its breath. What will "we will act" mean? Will we see mass mobilizations across KZN, Gauteng, and the Eastern Cape? Could this trigger another wave of unrest like the deadly July 2021 riots that left over 350 people dead and caused billions in damage? The memory of those days is still fresh. Many fear that Zuma's threat is not just bluster, it's a coded signal to his network of supporters, ex-military figures, and disillusioned citizens to prepare for a showdown. The MK party has been increasingly vocal and militant in its rhetoric, and with each passing week, it's becoming less of a fringe protest group and more of a disruptive political force. Ramaphosa, on the other hand, appears calm in public, but behind closed doors, the panic is real. Intelligence agencies have reportedly briefed the presidency about potential uprisings, planned marches, and coordinated social media campaigns set to destabilize the country. Sources within Luthuli House confirm that emergency meetings have been held to assess the threat level. The ANC, already bleeding support and struggling to manage the chaotic government of national unity, now finds itself cornered. Cyril is being squeezed on all sides, by Zuma, by the EFF, by rising cost of living protests, and even by Western allies frustrated with his indecisiveness. Zuma, emboldened by his recent legal victories and the Constitutional Court's handling of his parole saga, is now positioning himself as the man to save South Africa from the so-called neoliberal sellouts. He's painting Ramaphosa as a puppet of big capital, a weak leader propped up by foreign interests and surrounded by spineless technocrats. Zuma's narrative is fiery, populist, and dangerously effective, especially in rural and working-class communities that feel abandoned by the Ramaphosa administration. It's also worth noting that this threat didn't come out of the blue. Tensions have been building since Ramaphosa suspended Public Protector Bisisayam Mqwebane in 2022, a move that many in the RET camp saw as a direct attack on their faction. Then came the Fela scandal, which Zuma and his allies have seized upon as the ultimate symbol of Ramaphosa's hypocrisy. You said you were fighting corruption, Zuma thundered recently. But what were you hiding in your couches? The crowd roared. The message hit its mark. Meanwhile, Ramaphosa's response so far has been muted. Perhaps he's playing the long game, hoping Zuma will overplay his hand and alienate moderates. Perhaps he's counting on the courts, the security services, and the mainstream media to contain the fallout. But with each passing hour, silence is starting to feel like weakness. Even within the ANC, murmurs of doubt are growing. Senior figures are reportedly urging Ramaphosa to take a firmer stance, not just against Zuma, but against all elements threatening party unity and national stability. Friday is fast approaching, and with it comes a potential flashpoint in the country's already volatile political landscape. Will Zuma follow through with his threat? Will the streets erupt again? Will the MK party try to paralyze parts of the country? Or will cooler heads prevail, pulling both men back from the brink of a full-blown ANC civil war? One thing is certain, South Africa is standing at a crossroads. The struggle between Zuma and Ramaphosa is not just a personal feud, it represents two vastly different visions for the country. On one side, you have Zuma's brand of radical economic transformation, fiery populism, and old-school patronage networks. On the other, you have Ramaphosa's corporate-friendly reform agenda, cautious diplomacy, and promises of clean governance. The problem? Neither side has delivered fully, and the people are growing impatient. As Friday looms, eyes around the world are locked on South Africa. Will the country slide into another crisis, or will it rise above the factional madness? Will the ANC implode under the weight of its own contradictions, or will it somehow survive yet another internal war? The countdown has begun, and this political thriller is moving into its most dangerous act yet. So stay tuned, stay informed, and keep watching this space. And don't forget to drop your thoughts in the comments. Do you think Zuma has the power to take Ramaphosa down? Will Cyril bow to pressure, or will he fight back harder than ever? Let us know what you think, and we'll keep bringing you the truth, the drama, and the raw, unfiltered reality of South African politics. Until next time, stay sharp and stay woke.